Morning YouTube. Well, we're using the Stripmeister again today. I'm doing a harder cable today. I'm doing number 6 THHN, which is the plastic jacket, the insulation, and the copper stranded. Stranded is a whole nother animal. If you look here, if you cut it too deep, you can see these little wickers here, and all of these that fell out. You cut into the strands, so we end up with a handful of pieces, and you don't want to do that. So setup is incredibly important. So I'm going to do a quick setup on this. I preset it a little bit. So what you do is you cut a little piece of your wire, and that's what this is. It's the 6 THHN. You see the plastic jacket here, and it is stranded. So we're going to run that through as a test. Then you set this to get your cut just right. So we need a little bit bigger hole this time, and we're going the right direction. So let's see, what did I do here? There we go. Let's see. A little bit. And that's passed through, and it cut the jacket. And it didn't cut all the way through the insulation, so I need just a little bit more. And you can see it in the hole. And it doesn't take much more, so I'll do it without the plastic jacket on. And that one is almost there. I'm almost all the way through. So we'll flip it over one more time and go a little bit deeper. Let's see, where did we go? We went right here. And this is a little bit harder to get the copper out. This insulation is a lot thicker than like 12, and it's a lot harder to get open. There it is. Right there. With any luck, this will come out all together and not cut. So we'll give it a go here. And there it is. Notice, you probably can't see there because I'm too far away, but there's not even a scratch in the actual copper. So that's how we do it. Just keep trying it until you get it so it cuts through the plastic or the nylon jacket, through the insulated jacket, and gives you a good removal of the insulation without cutting any of the strands. Because a handful of strands like that, although you can still sell it that way, is just a pain in the butt picking it all up. It's all over the floor and everywhere. So, all right, be back. All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to run it through, and I'll run it from this side. That way I can catch it on this end so it doesn't tangle. I don't know if you saw what happened right there. I stopped a little bit, and again, it's not the machine's fault, but it's this right here. As you can see, my wire reel is up on end. Shouldn't be that way, so it hooked like so. And this is really old wire, and it causes a lot of grief because the reel's falling apart, and that's been sitting outside for forever. So we're going to continue on with this and see if we can't get a nice piece out of it. And that's probably all I'm going to do so I can get this thing untangled. Alright, that's how it does. Number 6, number 12, it doesn't care. It goes really good. Be back. Well, guys, I learned a couple things. To wind up a big coil like this one, which is maybe, it's really heavy. It's hard to fold the wire like I like to do. So you can see I started getting smaller and smaller and smaller with them. And it's much to your advantage to do a small coil for your coiling them up like I do. It just makes it easier to fit them in the bucket for me. And the other thing I learned is when after you strip this, I cut it on this side, and you have this insulation. This insulation's thicker, so you've got to get a fingernail in there, or I've decided on if there's a tool I can use, and spread that apart like that to get the copper out. Then you just peel it, and that's easy. But just a couple little things. But I'm still with the idea that Stripmeister rules as far as wire stripping goes. That's an incredible tool. Guys, it's if you're stripping wire and you're doing any quantity at all, this is the tool. I mean, it really is. Especially if you don't want to spend a lot of big money for the big units, you know, that are either a couple hundred to $500, $600. For what this costs, it's well worth the money. Well, guys, 15 minutes. And if you look real closer, I get a lot of glare if this door's open, but 2 pounds, 15.4 ounces in 15 minutes. Just because it's the bigger wire and you can cut that much that quick and get big money. I mean, that's good money right there. To get 2 pounds, 15 ounce, almost 3 pounds in 15 minutes. So Stripmeister is the way to go. Hi guys, I just wanted to show you what this copper looks like after 45 minutes. I just did the 2 runs today. I have some other things I got to get done. So anyhow, let's get the scale on. We should see pounds and ounces here just shortly. Yeah, I can get you a little closer. There we go. Looking at 0. We'll take some of this little stuff here, put it on first, then we'll just build on it. Now I can get it all to stay on. This is like I say, 45 minutes. This will be pretty good for 45 minutes, I think. If I can get it all on here. It doesn't want to go too bad. There's 5 pounds, 6.8 ounces. So we can almost call it 5.5 pounds. So we'll just call it 5. So 5 pounds at $3+ in 45 minutes. That's not bad. That's I don't know. Alright guys, this is going to be a 25-minute run. Obviously it's another day, but it's still a 25-minute run. Scale's almost on. Pounds and ounces. So let me start loading this stuff. This was a really good run. I wasn't pushing real hard to get it done fast, but it just kind of worked out that way that I got quite a bit more done in a shorter time, I think. So we'll try to keep all this stuff on here. And that is really good. I'm really happy with that. If you look right there, can you see that? Well, that's really dim, isn't it? I can't get out of it. Anyhow, what that says is about 5 pounds, 8 ounces, 5 pounds, 7.8 ounces. So it's 5.5 pounds and 25 minutes on that load. So we're gonna have a good run here today. Be back. All right guys, that's all I got left on this spool. I'm guessing about 2 more runs through here. And we'll weigh this up. We're gonna have a good #1 Bear Bright. And maybe 2 more runs. All right, I'll get this one off. All right guys, this should be the last run. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but the reel's falling apart. It's so old, and it's been outside for probably 10 years. You can see the bolts are coming out here, and that's all we got left on the reel. So we're going to try to make this the last run no matter what. So here we go. That's it. Should be done. The reel sheet is empty. The wire is through the stripper. All right, we'll see what this weighs. That's been 12 minutes. All right, guys, that was the 12-minute run. Let's get the Mr. Scale on. I wasn't rushing this either. I was actually fighting that reel. That reel's coming apart on me, and anyhow, we don't need to know about that, do we? There it is, 4 pounds, 14 ounces. All right, so that's probably 30 pounds of copper off that reel. #1 Bear Bright. All right, guys, that's it. This is the end of this one. All right, guys, I'm going to try to lift this bucket up there. This hole 5 is full to the top. It looks like can't get it all on there. Just about 33 pounds, not counting the bucket. So we'll call it 30 pounds. So that's somewhere between $90 and $100 for that bucket right there. That's a good bucket. All right, that is it now. I'm done stripping wire for today. Like the words say, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, give it a great comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get future notifications, and make sure you come back.